worships Krishna. He is not Chandravan, he worships Krishna. Brahman if he attends. If the Krishna is not doing bhajana, so to be born in a high family, to be born as a Brahman, naturally have some Sambranta. Do you understand? What is Sambranta? To be born in an aristocracy family. If you're born in an aristocracy family, you have aristocracy family. High class birth, you know? So if you have also so much knowledge, and if you have also so much wealth, so much knowledge also, and if you are so beautiful also, you are very proud. What? So by the association of sadhu, you can get bhakti. Like yesterday, I spoke about the King Suvarna. We went to Suvarna Bihar. And we took prasad in that place. Please come, give a chair to him. Sit down here. Please come, please come. Give another chair for him also. Yes, there's another chair. Okay, so bring. You please sit here, otherwise you cannot listen. So there was this king, Suvarna Sen. This is the story of Satyuga. He was very materialistic, always absorbed in sense gratification. One day, Narada Rishi came to his house. Why the pure devotees, they go to the house of materialistic persons? To benefit them, actually, to give benefit to them, not for other reasons. Mahat Sangha, association of sadhu, the Shastra explains that's why they go to the house of grihastas, and sorry, not grihastas, materialistic persons. Shastra explains. These devotees, pure devotees, they have Bhagavan Shri Hari in their chests, in their hearts. So they go here and there, only for one reason, only one reason. Why? Because the sinner people, they go to the tirthas, pilgrimage places, and they leave their sins there. And then there's some saints, they go to the same tirthas, the same pilgrimage places, and through their Bhagavad Bhajan, they can purify these pilgrimage places. Shastra explains. That's why Narada Rishi, he goes everywhere, and in this way he came in the house of the king Suvarna Sen and spoke about Jnana to him, knowledge. Like for example this shloka, Labdas Durlabhamidam Bahusambhavante. He described this shloka to him. And the saints, what do? With the Jnana and Vairagya, they can change our hearts. With the Harikatha about knowledge and renunciation, they can change our hearts. So this king, Suvarna Sen, he spontaneously, automatically, he was regretting. He repented, or he regretted about the things he did. Regretted for the things he did. Thinking, oh, my life has gone in vain. Oh my. How much time we have in our human life? Not more than 100 years we have. And in these 100 years, 50 years you spend only sleeping. 50 years. 50 years of our life we spend sleeping only. If you analyze how many hours per day do you sleep? 12 hours. If you sleep for 12 hours, then half of your life it's gone. And then, okay, for 1 to 10 years old, actually you're just sleeping and eating, drinking, like your baby, playing. 1 to 10 years old. Then after 10 you're like studying so much, school, etc. Isn't it? Okay, at least 25 years you have to study just to get a degree in the university. Okay, so how many years? So 50 years sleeping, then now more like maybe to 10 years in the childhood, then 25 years studying, so 35, 85, so you have only 15 years left in your life. Then also you have to spend this time like taking care of kids and like maybe your family, so you have only 10 years, you spend 10 years also with your family. Then you have, so from 190 years old you spend in other ways, so you have only 10 years more in your life, and you're like old with so many diseases now, you're old man. So how to do bhajan sadhana? So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, in this way our life is spent like this. We have no benefits. So we came to do bhajan in this world. We came to perform bhajan, but we are only spending our time just like unraveling the clothes from our cloth. Like unraveling like the threads from our cloth, like just wasting time on the things. He serves so much the Vaishnavas, this devotee. Can you put the devotee? So this is true. So listening to this, the king Subarna Sen, he was crying. Then Swayam Bhagavan appeared to him and told, look, in Kali Yuga I will appear in the form of Gauranga. Because in Kali Yuga in other yugas we don't see all mercy, just like so much mercy like in Kali Yuga. Because in Kali Yuga there's so much facilities, concessions for the human beings. Somehow, if the jivas come toward God, that's enough, no need anything else. And especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's giving mercy to everyone. This is called Nirankush Kripa. What is this? There's no stop. Like he's giving unconditional mercy to everyone. Krishna also gives mercy, but of the avatars of Krishna also we see they give mercy, but we see some speciality in the mercy of Mahaprabhu. What is the speciality of the mercy that Mahaprabhu gives? When the devotees are doing bhajan and their bhajan becomes matured, then in this moment the devotee being so humble, he is praying to Lord. It's like Vritasura, he's saying, just like a baby bird, like a small baby bird, recently born. He doesn't even have yet wings properly. He's still in his nest, and his mother, like the baby bird, the mother bird, mother bird went to find food elsewhere. And then the baby bird is saying ching ching ching. Why? For two reasons he's saying ching ching. One, because because he's hungry. When will my mother come back with food for me? Second reason, maybe another bird can come and kill me. So he's afraid also. So because of fear and because of hunger, this baby bird is in the nest. He's screaming, "Teen, teen," and he's remembering his mother. So this example is given. Second example, just like the calf is kept away from the mother the whole day. The calf. Why? Calf. Because if the calf drinks a lot of milk, maybe he can have some disease in his belly. That's why the cowherd person who is taking care of the cow keeps the calves separate from the mother cow. And this calf, what he's doing, he's thinking about his own mother. So in the time of sunset, when the time comes for milking the cow, then the calf is released. So the whole day the calf is what is he doing? He's thinking about his mother. Thinking, when he's thinking about his mother, when I will be released from this rope and I'll be able to meet my mother. Third example given, prema prema bishatam bishana. Just like lover and beloved, they are so eager to meet with each other. Okay, the lover and beloved, they are doing everything they must do in the house, like all their household duties they are doing very well, but they are not showing. The woman, she's not showing that she loves another man. She's just hiding this love, and in her house she's doing all the household duties very well. But in her mind, this woman, she's thinking about her beloved, another man. In this context, our Jiva Goswami, he gave a beautiful conception about this. The Jiva Goswami, 3 stages of thinking about God, 3 stages of how to think about God. First stage is just like the example of the baby bird in the nest. The baby bird is thinking about his mother. Why? Because of food and also fear. Okay. And when the mother bird gives food to her baby, she takes this food from outside. She brings food from like other place and feeds her baby bird. So she's not giving something from her own body. The mother bird is taking food from outside and giving to. So this doesn't nourish so much the prem. Second example is the example of the calf. Calf is waiting whole day to meet his mother. But the cow is giving a part of her own body, means the milk, giving a part of her own body to him. So the calf has some selfishness. Which one? Because when the calf drinks milk, after he drinks milk, he even forgets his own mother. He goes away and forgets his mother after his belly is full of milk. Isn't it? Just like, for example, the father takes care of the kids. Maybe the mother went to the college or somewhere, and the father, sometimes we see that the father is taking care of the babies. But when the mother comes back home, the kids forget about the father and they just go running towards the mother. Forgets or not? The kids forget about the father. Because when the mother feeds the kids, she's giving a part of her own body, the milk. So the calf has a selfishness. That's why Virat, who did this prayer, he also gave up this example. Like he gave up the example of the baby bird and also gave up the example of the calf, because there is some selfishness in this. So if there is some selfishness, this is not actual seva. It's not favorable for bhakti if you have some selfish desire. Third example, priyam priyeva bishatam bishana. Oh, Aravindaksha, lotus-eyed Lord, I want to meet you just like a lover and beloved eager to meet each other. This is a practical example. Priya Priyajan, lover and beloved. When you say Priya Priyajan, there are 2 meanings, lover and beloved. Can mean swakyata, husband-wife, or parakyata, paramormut. Sakyata means Swakya Bhav, relationship wife and husband. This is called Swakya Bhav. And also there is also selfishness. Selfishness is there in the wife and husband. In Swakya there is selfishness. Cannot be nisartha means unmotivated or without any interest. Another point, in Swakya, you can without any obstacle you can meet your beloved because he's your husband. So there is no obstacles in the meeting. So the meeting is not so amazing because it's so easy to meet with him because he's your husband. In Swakyata, nobody sees any problem if you're together. Understand? You can freely meet with him, your husband, because you're married, so no problem. So this is also abundance. But in Parakyata, Paramormud, there's so many obstacles of the society and of the world. So many obstacles. Like for example, shyness. You're shy because of the people. You're shy because of the rules of society. And this is like binding you and everywhere around you. So you're shy because of the rules of society. You're shy because of what people can say. So you're bound by so many obstacles. Understand? But inside yourself, like you are remembering your beloved. Mahaprabhu also told this verse. Just like a young man is always absorbed in a young woman, and a young woman is spontaneously absorbed in a young man. In the same way, oh God, I want to be attached to you, my mind attached to you. Just like when the youth comes to young people of the opposite sex, automatically they are attracted to each other. This is the nature of the body and of this mind. This is the nature of the body and mind. Like what is the nature of the fire? Is to burn. This is the nature of the fire. That's why Mahaprabhu told this verse. Juvatinam Jatajuni means the same way of a young man is spontaneously attracted to a young woman, and a young woman automatically attracts to a young man. In the same way, oh God, I want to be attracted to you in such a spontaneous way, like that. Because if it's Parakya mode, Paramor mode, all the culture and the society, they make so many obstacles for the meeting. So the lover and beloved, they're always eager to meet each other, and you cannot see the faults of each other. Because you don't have time to see the fault of each other because you're not together so much. So you don't have your selfishness. You're meeting with each other without any selfishness, nisartha. But you have to understand something very nicely. This is nothing not taking place in this world. This parakya mood in this world, actually, this parakya mood is actually only existing proper in the transcendental world. In the Vaikuntha planet, there's not even, there doesn't exist Paramor mood. In Vaikuntha also not, Dwaraka no, Ayuda no, Mathura no, not, only in Goloka Vrindavan. So only in Goloka Vrindavan there is real the Parakya Bhav. And this is not for a sadhaka. Only when you come and see that stage, perfect stage, and you understand your own swarupa, when you get the Sudachinmaya Sharir, the transcendental body, then all these moods will come in your heart. Just like the gopis. There are many kinds of gopis, Swakya, Parakya gopis. 360 kinds of gopis. We discussed all these 360 kinds of gopis. There are many divisions of gopis, yes. But the speciality of Parakyata means the Paramormu. And you're thinking so much about your beloved. Why? Because there are so many obstacles for the meeting. So the more the obstacles there is to get something, the more you will be more longing for it, eager to get it. Something which is easily obtained, so you don't give so much special value to it. This is true. So in this context, I'm saying, that's why I'm saying, because Narada Rishi, he went to this Suvarnasena king, and he told all these things. How is the path of bhakti? But, and also, Lord told to him, to this king, I will be born, appear as Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga, and you can serve to me in that moment. So when Mahaprabhu appears, when God appears as Mahaprabhu, what he's doing mostly? Giving prema by holy names. Of course, internally he is relishing the mood of Srimati Radhika, like Krishna Kaviraj Goswami says, that God came to relish the essence of prema ras and also to give raga bhakti to the people of this world. By these two reasons, God appeared in this world. Krishna is a Rasik Shekhar, relishing all the mellows, and also he is Parama Karuna, so merciful. So, but this magnanimity of Krishna is only inside Vrindavan. But this Madhurya, this sweetness of Mahaprabhu is everywhere, not only in his dham, but everywhere. So this mercy that Mahaprabhu is giving is called Sarva Vyapi, means everywhere. He's giving mercy everywhere. How Mahaprabhu is giving mercy to everyone, to all the jivas. That's why when the sadhaka is doing bhajan slowly, when the sadhaka discovers his own spiritual form, realizes his own spiritual form, he starts remembering the lilas smaran. So one thing is called svarasiki smaran, and another Mantra-mayi upasana. Remember, we should remember that. Two kinds of worship or meditation, upasana. One, Mantra-mayi upasana. Just like, for example, when we chant the Gopal mantra, what is in this Gopal mantra? You take flowers, actually flowers which are like moods. Just like when you make a garland. Suppose we are chanting Gopal mantra. There are three kinds of rasas in this Gopal mantra: Sakha, Vatsalya, and Madhurya Ras. When you say Gopi Jana Vallabha Krishna, when you say Gopi, actually, it means only Srimati Radhika, only Srimati Radhika. Although in the Srimad Bhagavatam, sometimes when in some shlokas say Gopi also means Jashoda, but in this Gopi Jana Vallabha, Gopi means Srimati Radhika. Gopi Jana Vallabha. So this highest mode of Srimati Radhika, the acharyas have described this highest mode, the prema of Srimati Radhika. Because if we haven't attained this topmost prema, we cannot actually progress or go further. So from Mantra-mayi upasana we can go more, like we can progress to svarasiki upasana. How is in svarasiki upasana? According to the rasa of your soul, you establish yourself in one rasa, then you relish the lila rasa madhurya, means the sweetness of the pastimes. This is called svarasiki, means you are absorbed in your own swaras, your own ras, and you're relishing. So one thing is ek ras, one ras, and bahuras, many rasas. Ek ras, one person is fixed in only one ras, and bahuras, being established in one rasa, other rasas also come and help that ras. They nourish that ras. Just like, for example, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in the Bhajan Rahasya, he showed the speciality in the Krishna Bhajan. Because Krishna, although he has only one rasa, also he has many rasas. Krishna he has one rasa, eka rasa, but also bahurasa, many rasas at the same time. Krishna has only one nishta, one loyalty. The loyalty of Krishna, nishta of Krishna is in Srimati Radhika. Krishna is loyal to Srimati Radhika. But to make this sweetness of the pastimes and its flavors, different flavors, then Krishna, he goes to other gopis and also meets with them. You know, like in the Rasa Lila, for example. What Krishna is performing in the Rasa? What is he doing? In one form, he is with Srimati Radhika, yes. And in another form, he is also dancing and singing with other gopis, all the other gopis. Chaitanya Charitamrita also we see that when Mahaprabhu, in the time of the Ratha Yatra, Mahaprabhu was dancing with his arms raised and jumping. Then Mahaprabhu, he was dancing in one place, and at the same time he was also dancing in 7 groups, dancing seven different groups. So in the same way, Krishna in the Ras Lila, in one form, he is with Srimati Radhika, always with her, and of his other forms, in limited forms, he's doing pastimes with the gopis. But why Krishna is with Srimati Radhika? Because Krishna has Radhaika Nishta. He's loyal and has steadiness to Srimati Radhika. That's why Krishna is called Atmarama. He has self-satisfied. What is the Atma, the soul of Krishna? Is Srimati Radhika. That's why Krishna is satisfied within himself. Because who is the Atma of Krishna? Is Srimati Radhika. Because he's satisfied with his own soul, means with his own Atma, Srimati Radhika. Our soul, actually, our body cannot live without a soul. In the same way, Krishna without Srimati Radhika cannot live, like all these amazing things of the prema, the sweetness, the leelas cannot manifest without Srimati Radhika. That's why Krishna himself, he stays like in the Gita Govinda, Jayadeva Goswami explains how Krishna, I think Gurudev said, keeping Srimati Radhika in his heart, he does all the pastimes, or I think Gurudev said this. So, because Gita Govinda is such a beautiful book, tomorrow we'll go to Champaharti, it's the place of Jayadeva Goswami, and also the place of Gaur Gadadhar. So beautiful. From all the places that we go, the most highest and the place of more udipa and stimulation for your bhajan is the Champaharti. Understand? Because this bhav of Gaur Gadadhar is so beautiful. Just like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he told in the Kirtan, I forgot you should please read, and you can see this music, bhajan. Mora Gora Kishore. All this is so confidential. Vicharas, conceptions, so confidential. That's why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he showed all these conceptions that if when you do bhajan and sadhana, look where we can attain, like which so high stages. So the speciality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we were describing about Krishna also gave prem, but limited, with limit, like only until the border of Vrindavan. And he gave to Vrindavan to whom? To his own associates. Understand? In English it said, if your hair is already dry, you have to spend a lot of oil to hydrate, to nourish this hair. And those who have no hair don't need to put anything. And those who already have a hair with so much, like very nice nurtured hair, nurtured, you don't need to put so many things. But like my hair, I don't have hair almost. So means those who already have, you don't need to put so much oil if the hair is already good. Means Krishna gave prema to those who already had the prema, you know. He gave prema in Braj to his own associates. Because actually these trees of Vrindavan, the creepers of Vrindavan, they are already the Swarupa Shakti of Krishna, manifestation of his internal potency. Our Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, he describes that all the living entities of the Dham, they are all favorable to the Krishna's pastimes. Brahma, Shiva, and great devotees of Lord, like Uddhava and etc. No. They are eager to attain this dust of Vrindavan. To get gopi prema is so rare, so rare. To get gopi prema is something very far. They are even trying to get the foot dust from the gopis' feet. Also, this is so far. This is something very rare to attain. Our Prabhu Saraswati, he says that in Vrindavan, in Nidhivan, Nidhivan is also called Nidhuvan. These very confidential pastimes, super confidential pastimes, amorous pastimes of Radha and Krishna. If I become one stick of the broomstick that cleans the floor in Nidhuvan, if I become one broomstick, my life is successful. Why? Because the Supreme Absolute Truth, Brihanala Shama Sundara, who is not an ordinary person. Krishna, God, he's feeling himself like an offender. He's feeling he's an offender, and he's praying to the servants of the servants of the servants of the servants of Srimati Radhika. He's rubbing his nose at the feet of the maid servants from the maid servants of the maid servants of Srimati Radhika and praying to them. So this bhav. It's like Prabhu Saraswati also describes in this verse that God, Krishna, is rare even for Brahma and great demigods. Agama means to enter is not possible. Agama means apravesh, like unattainable, cannot come closer. Means God, Krishna is so rare even for great demigods and great personalities. Agama, have you heard this word before? Agama. Agama means to walk or to enter, walk into. So agama, you cannot come close, you cannot access, you cannot enter. Like it's not so easy. So it says that Jo Brahma Rudra Shuka Narada means even great personalities like Shuka, Narada, Bhima, Krishna is so rare to them. But Srimati Radhika, with her like eyebrows, she's like with her sidelong glance, for her eyebrows, she's controlling the Supreme God with Krishna, just like great warriors. When they are in the battlefield, they wear so many armors, like kavach, these protection clothes, like shields and armors. They go to the battlefield wearing shields and armors. This is called like bulletproof shields and armor, like clothes, special clothes for the war time. So in the same way, in this battle of prema, when Krishna is there in the battle of prema, Srimati Radhika, what does she do in the battle of prema? With her silent glance, like the arrow of her eyebrow, she defeats Krishna. So her eyebrow is the bow or bow? How is it? Bow. It's a bow. Her eyebrow is a bow for shooting, And what is the arrow? Okay, so the eyebrow looks like a bow. The eyebrow has the shape of a bow. And what is her arrow? Is the sidelong glance, her taksha. So the sidelong glance of Srimati Radhika makes Krishna faint. So with the sidelong glance of Srimati Radhika, with the arrow of her sidelong glance, Krishna faints immediately. Yes. When Srimati Radhika is in angry mood, and she shoots an arrow with her sidelong glance, she says, Asitana Sakai, I don't want to see anything black. I don't want to have any relationship with this blackish person, this black Negro. I don't want to know. So when she's in man like this, what happens to Krishna's body? Krishna starts trembling, he starts trembling, and then Krishna he falls down just like a banana tree. If you cut a banana tree, the banana tree will fall. It will fall immediately. Have you seen a banana tree being cut? The banana tree falls like like straight, like immediately, not slowly or like curve. Completely you cut and in the same time falls in the ground. So in the same way Krishna falls fainted like this. If Srimati Radhika looks at him, servants of the queen, she was serving her with like decorating her hair, dressing her up, like the Draupadi was like the maid. So I don't know. Guru? So the king Virat. So Brihanala, she was teaching Uttara, the daughter of the king Virat, to dance and sing. Brihanala was like the teacher of playing instruments, dancing and singing for Uttara, the daughter of king Virat. But somebody died. The wife, the brother of the wife of the king Virat, he was murdered. His name was Kichak by Bhima. Bhima killed him. So when he died, then they understood. Oh, only Bhima could kill him. The brother of the who understood. The people, everyone, even the Kauravas, Guru didn't mention, but they, like even the Kauravas, they understood. So the Kauravas understood that Bhima must have killed him because only Bhima would be able to kill him. So the Kauravas, they wanted to come to spoil the incognito ear of the Pandavas. So even Bhishma Pitamaha also came, Dronacharya, the Kaurava army came to face the Pandavas who were in the incognito ear in this king Virat kingdom. And the Kauravas brought thousands of warriors and armies to this war. Kauravas brought. And what is the name of the king of Virat? Uttar was the daughter, Uttar was the name of the father. Uttar was the father. And he told, Bhai or the father? Who was it? The brother of Uttara, his name was Uttar, sorry. The brother of Uttara, he said, he was very thinking, like, he was very proud. No, with one arrow, I can kill everyone. If I have a nice, how to say, one who is taking the horse from me. If I have a nice person conducting the horse, I can defeat all of these Kauravas. Oh, Brihanala, okay, let's go with me. So Uttar, the brother of Uttara, son of king of Virat, came, and Arjuna was like, but Arjuna in disguise was taking his horses. But when he saw Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Karna, and these great warriors, he saw all these Maharajas, like great warriors. This Uttar, this prince, he was amarelo, like he started running away. How do you say, cowardly, like in fear. Then Brihanala, Arjuna took him by force. Come back here. He was about to run away from the fight. Before he was like so much puffed up, saying like, how to say, bragging about himself. Oh, I'll do everything. But then Arjuna in disguise told him, your weapons cannot do anything against these warriors. So Arjuna, Brihanala, came to one tree where all those weapons were in disguise there, were kept. So Arjuna took his weapons, Gandiv, his bow, and he also brought his Rata, his chariot from Swarga also came. Okay. So Arjuna shot an arrow, and all these Marathi Maharaj, these warriors, great warriors, they fainted. All these warriors fainted from Kaurava side with one arrow of Arjuna. But Arjuna did not kill anyone. Actually, Arjuna only took the uttari, means the cloth of them. But he didn't take one person cloth. Whose? The cloth of Bhishma Pitamaha. Arjuna didn't take because he just, for respect to Bhishma, Arjuna didn't take the cloth of Bhishma, because when he saw his grandfather, the heart of Arjuna melted, because since he was a kid, Bhishma gave so much love and affection to him, You know, after Pandu, father of Arjuna, died, Bhishma Pitamaha, grandfather, gave so much love and affection to Pandavas and took care of them. So, remembering all this, Arjuna did not took this uttariya, means this cloth of the Bhishma Pitamaha, when they fainted because of the arrow of Arjuna. So I'm telling all this because the Uttar, the prince, brother of Uttara, he saw all that big army of Kaurava side and he became so afraid. In the same way, Krishna, when he sees all these moods of Srimati Radhika, Krishna becomes so afraid and trembling, shaking, you know. Her moods. Krishna sees the moods of Srimati Radhika, all her like, and then he trembles and afraid, and because so this prema Mahaprabhu is giving to the jivas. And what is the speciality of Mahaprabhu? One thing also, Krishna gives each sweetness at a time to the devotee. This is described in the Madhurya Kandamini by Vishwanath Chakravarti Pada in very beautiful way. Each sweetness, Gurudev explained, like, you know, the sweetness of his form, sweetness of his speech, sweetness of his taste, Swasarja, Swarupya, and Sokumarja, the sweetness of the form of Krishna. So Krishna makes the devotee to relish these 5 bhavas, 5 sweetness. So what is Mahaprabhu makes the devotee relish all of them. So the beauty of the form of God. Like if the devotee is in the Dasya Bhava, the Krishna wakes up the devotee with the touch of the conch in the chin of the devotee. Then the devotee sees the beautiful form of Krishna and faints. The devotee faints. You know, all the avatars of God, they are not ordinary. Like they are so amazingly beautiful. So the devotee faints, and then God thinks, Krishna thinks, oh, the devotee fainted because he saw my beauty. Oh, and then Krishna, if the devotee is in Sakyarasa, Krishna takes the devotee by the hand and wakes him up and lifts the devotee. And then seeing the beautiful form of Krishna, the devotee, he repents, he regrets, the devotee regrets. He's thinking, oh, God is so beautiful, so sweet. And sometimes I used to glorify the form of God in front of the devotees, and I used to compare his beauty, just like, for example, the great Himalaya mountains, comparing a Himalaya mountain with a chickpea. Means the devotees, he thought he was before glorifying God, but actually he sees God is so much more beautiful than what he thought. So sometimes, and then after Krishna calls the devotee by his name, like he calls the devotee with the sound of his voice, but the sound of voice of Krishna is so sweet, the sound of the Krishna's voice. Just like with the flute also, when Krishna plays the flute, when he plays the flute, all the gopis' heart melts, because, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, forgot, no? Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings so well. So morally, the flute, when Krishna takes the name of any gopi with his flute, the sweetness of this sound is so beautiful. This tune, like this sound of his throat is so amazing, so sweet. Vishwanath Chakravarti in the book Madhura Kalamini, he describes all this very beautifully. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives at once, at one time, all this sweetness in the heart of the devotee at the same time. The sweetness of his form, sweetness of his voice, sweetness of his... So, if Krishna is Vadanya, generous and magnanimous, Mahaprabhu is maha-vadanya, so much more compassionate. So, if Krishna is Vadanya, means magnanimous or compassionate, generous, Mahaprabhu is maha, like greatly, so much compassionate and magnanimous. So this is the speciality of Mahaprabhu. How Mahaprabhu is giving so much mercy and welfare to the living devotees. In one shloka, Rupa Goswami told about this, Anarpita Charincharat. So this mercy of Shachinandani Gaurahari. Rupa Goswami wrote this verse. You cannot describe the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, he is established in his own form and he is giving prema to everyone. And even the stones melt and the birds they cry to listen to the glories of Mahaprabhu and his mercy. I think that Narottam Das Thakur wrote this song, or maybe Lochan Das Thakur. He's saying this kirtan. When Mahaprabhu was in this world, Prakat Lila, we see such special things, like speciality. Like Mahaprabhu, only with his darshan, he was delivering everyone. So that's why we pray, why was not born in that time? If I was born in the Prakata Lila of Mahaprabhu, if I had just a little bit some sukriti, I would get the darshan of Mahaprabhu and enough. But very easily I would be able to go to the abode of Lord. I will not be suffering in this world, this sukha dukha, like happiness and unhappiness in this world. So even the birds they cry, the stones they melt, listening to his compassion and glories. So that's why Mahaprabhu is called maha-vadanya. He's so merciful and compassionate. He's giving prema to everyone. He's not leaving anyone. He's not sparing everyone. He's giving to everyone. In this avatar, he's not doing any discrimination. He's not making any discrimination. He's giving prema to everyone that he sees. This is the speciality of Mahaprabhu. So we are so fortunate also because we came in this parampara of Mahaprabhu, his lineage. No, Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, Raghunadas Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Narottama Sharmananda Srinivas, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Then our Guru Parampara, also Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad. And also we are in this line. This is not ordinary, not ordinary. Only in one life, just for one life, we must know what we have to attain, like what is our goal. And we have just to ascertain what is our ultimate goal. You just have to fix your goal. Like in your school, for example. Don't stop just until attain your goal. Don't stop. In school they say like this: don't stop until you haven't attained your goal. Sorry. So our goal, how to attain this prema. So Mahaprabhu is giving to everyone very easily. He's giving to everyone. He's inspired the heart of everyone, giving to everyone. So the Dham of Mahaprabhu, Gaura Dham, Gaura Nam, Gaura Janma. So the associates of Mahaprabhu, his abode in his name. So the 2 feet of Mahaprabhu are our wealth. So he's giving so much mercy to everyone. So again and again, we remember Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jonah, the associates of Mahaprabhu. So how to attain this goal? Okay, the 5 sweetness. So sarja, so rabdha, so gandha, sweetness of his smell, fragrance. So swarja, sweetness of his voice. Okay, later.
No, gandh किसको सुनाते हैं? वात्सल्य रस गंध का smell. To whom?
So everyone, the fragrance of God is amazing.
Gurudev is explaining.
5 sweetness.
Set 5 times. Like who is in Dasya, Gurudev will Krishna will touch conscious to his cheek. Right? Second, what is Sakyaras? Then he is holding his hand.
Puedes poner en el grupo, ya entendés.